Hi, I'm Angeline. Today and this week we are celebrating the change of the season from summer to fall by looking at how major energies in ourselves and in our life and in our evolution is affecting our transition into the new season in our life at this time. So let's just jump right into it. You can find yourself in these energies. We are all humans. We all have the same kind of experiences in life as regards how we experience the world, emotionally, evolution-wise, through our, from a child to adulthood. We have similar milestones that we go through. So you can find out you can relate to any of the energies that come through these cards, which I'm using in the major arcana of the tarot. So think of a time in your life, or even just in today, or in general around this time, where what we're going to talk about applies to you and how you can apply it to your life in a productive way. So today we're going to talk about Today we're going to talk about again, with the High Priestess. We've got the High Priestess 3 days this week. This must be a major theme in what's going on. This is intuition. I'm sorry if you heard me say this a couple of days in a row, but the High Priestess is that energy right before you create something. It's the impulse to create. It is that feeling in you that there's something in you that wants to be made, and you feel it bubbling up. Like I'm going to use a really simple pedestrian example. You get a night on your own, and you have a lot of groceries in the fridge, and your cupboard's full of spices, and there's cheeses and all the great things you love, and you're just looking at this, and you're hungry, and you're thinking, oh my God, what do I want to make for dinner? I'm going to make the most delicious thing. Everybody else is always complaining about what I make, but tonight I am going to have some butter sauce on some steak, and whatever it is. It's that almost fantasy-like feeling of, what is it I want? Right before you make that decision to make it, and then you make it. That feeling inside you, what do I want? At a change of season, it feels like that, doesn't it? It feels like everything's possible. We should try something new. What do I want? What do I want? That's the High Priestess. So the energies that you're using with the High Priestess. Okay. So the energy you're using with the High Priestess is the Sun in reverse, but the Sun in reverse isn't the Sun is happiness and ultimate fulfillment and light and goodness and belief in everything possible. But in reverse, it isn't negative. It's still that, but what you add to it is life experience. What you add to it is the knowledge of what it takes to have that feeling. You can see around you all the steps that have been put in place so that you can have that wonderful, joyful, fulfilled feeling. And that is the energy that's affecting your High Priestess. Not bad, right? You actually have wisdom to apply to this feeling. So you're not just having, baby impulses. You're having grown-up person impulses that are based on really knowing yourself and really knowing what you like. It's a fantastic energy. Great. Okay, so what are some challenges to that energy today? What's challenging you about that energy? What feels it? Again, with the Hermit, it keeps coming up. So today, with this impulse, intuition feeling you're having that is born of understanding life, what's challenging it is looking to yourself for too many answers. Looking to your own inner guidance is actually challenging this childlike wonder energy that you're trying to have about creating something. Get some more with that. Yeah, the Magician in reverse, gathering your resources, actually, but not. Okay, what this is negating. All right, so I should have probably pulled these two out together, because what this is saying is that by you trying to gather too many resources together to make things happen, you're actually blocking your inner guidance. That's what this is saying. These two put together, that's what this is saying. You're blocking your inner guidance because you're being too practical about trying to manifest something. So what, I'm going to pull the next two out together because I see now how this can change the meaning. What productive action can you take to be constructive in this situation? What attitude, constructive attitude, can you take, or action can you take? The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, instead of trying to gather new resources to create something new, harvest what's around you. Let the Wheel of Fortune turn. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do that until I pulled the other one. Okay, let's pull the clarifier for that one before we go too far. I get excited. I know. The Wheel of Fortune is a pretty cool card. This is the action you have to take. Strength. Okay, I'm just reading these together. 1 second. You are pushing against your own you need to push against your own inner strength, your own force of will, in order to, okay, this is a complicated message, in order to feel in charge of turning your own Wheel of Fortune. Now, so what this card does is it turns this card upside down because it is in the upside down. And because it's pointed this way, it means you're pushing against your inner strength. It means and since this is in the advice, pushing against your own inner strength is making you push your own Wheel of Fortune forward. What you want to do is you want to let the natural course of things push your Wheel of Fortune forward. So if you're feeling misfortunate, you want things to change in your life, you can't force solutions. So what you need to do is you need to take steps, you need to set your intentions, you need to work toward things that feel good and right and balanced in your life. And that will make law of attraction turn the wheel for you in the way that's for your highest and greatest good. If you try to force solutions, like if you're in a contentious relationship with somebody, like you're in a fight, for example, and that person's angry at you and you say, we just have to work this out, we just have to resolve this. It's not, forcing that solution is not going to cause resolution because you're still coming at it with angst, right? So probably in that situation, what you need to do is you need to just continue to show compassion, continue to show goodwill to that person, continue to soften the environment, continue to create the kind of environment you want it to ultimately be with that person. And that will make the situation resolve. You insisting that we get to, let's have peace right now, isn't going to get you to peace right now. Being peace right now is going to bring all the cooperative forces in that situation to heal. I think you understand. So by pushing, so what you're doing, this is such a complicated advice. By pushing against your own inner strength, you are trying to turn your own Wheel of Fortune, which is never what you want to do. So what you need to do is exactly the opposite. You need to overcome, the advice is you need to overcome this. Use your strength, your inner strength, to resist turning your own Wheel of Fortune, forcing solutions, and allow it to happen you gotta chill is basically the message here. You have to use your inner strength to not try to force solutions quite so much. I think you understand. I think I'm butchering this, but so let's review. You've got your high priestess. You've got this impulse. You want to make something happen, and it's a mature impulse, and it's a good one because it's based on a lot of information. The challenge is that you are pushing. You're negating your inner guidance by trying too hard to find the resources that you need to make this happy thing happen. Say this is a fight, okay? Your impulse is you want to fix the argument. You're trying to make it happen. You're negating your own inner wisdom by trying to make it happen, by gathering resources, by not having the resources, by not being sure of what to do. Don't do. That's not the advice. The advice is to let the wheel of fortune turn by letting it be, by using your inner strength and letting the wheel of fortune turn. It's law of attraction. Look up Abraham Hicks on YouTube and watch some of her videos about law of attraction. It's about finding the joy inside yourself, finding the vision and the feeling and the impulse, the high priestess energy within any situation, and rejoice in the feeling of how you want things to be, because that is the energy you're sending out. That's what you're inviting around you. If you're walking around like this, like, oh my God, my life is so good, everybody's going to see you as a person whose life is so good. They'll treat you like a person whose life is so good, and your life ultimately will become good. That's basically what this message is saying today. Law of attraction. Find yourself law of attraction, learn law of attraction, and this is what you need to perfect in this day, or discover in this day if you haven't already. Practice the law of attraction. Abraham Hicks, that's all she talks about is law of attraction, and she says it so succinctly and in such a fun way you can't help but listen to her. She's really charming. So that's how I'm going to culminate this reading, is by advising you to learn about law of attraction, because this whole reading is about that. The impulse, not getting in your own way, keeping control of yourself so that you don't force solutions. Okay, there we go. We are complete. I wish you joy.